2025. It was a great year for me and my Beast RC speed car project.
234.
That's the current Guinness World Record for a battery-powered RC car, and it's mine. But then, a couple of months ago, RC speedrun legend James McCoy set a new PR and outright speed record of 238 miles per hour. Records are there to be broken, and it's not the end of my story. But I do have a new goal. So what is Project 250? Well, today you're going to find out. This could be game-changing for RC speedrunning. Well, the clue's in the name. Project 250 is my attempt to push RC speedrunning beyond the next seemingly impossible major milestones and become the first person to break both the 250 miles per hour and 400 kilometers per hour barriers with an RC car. So far, only James McCoy and I have got anywhere near these frankly ridiculous speeds. Why the new project? Why not just make the beast faster? A lot of people have asked, why not just turn the beast up? And the honest answer is, I already did. When I designed the beast, my optimistic target was 240 miles per hour, and it reached 234.7 miles an hour, which means the original concept worked almost perfectly. But at those speeds, the weaknesses are very clear. The tyres are getting destroyed in a single run. Even the best available speedrun wheels, the BSR Teals, are over the limit. Yet James seems to make them work somehow. The motors I'm using have been absolutely incredible, but I'm pushing them so hard that they're running hot, right on the limit. And turning up the power just seemed to make these problems worse. And there were other compromises too. The beast was designed and made in such a tight timescale that some corners were inevitably cut. The body finish isn't as smooth as it could be, which may be costing aerodynamic efficiency, and it was designed around skid steer, which forced the car to be wider than ideal. And now that I've moved to mechanical steering, I could potentially make the car narrower, reduce frontal area and massively reduce drag. So the reality is this: the beast has done its job, but it won't do 250 miles per hour without fundamental changes. Where have I been the last few months? Doing some thinking. Project 250 isn't about throwing bigger motors at the problem. Like my approach last year that saw the beast go from 0 to 234 miles an hour, it's about targeting weaknesses. Where something works, I'll leave it alone. Where something fails, I'll redesign it from first principles. And like I mentioned, the key problem areas are wheels and tyres, aerodynamics, and motor performance and thermal limits. And there's a reason the wheels and tyres come first. It's tempting to start by designing a new car straight away. I learned from the Beast project that the car layout starts with the motors, wheels and tyres. But these are the areas I've got problems, so what would I even design it around? This was keeping me awake at night. And I realised I needed to be patient. I need to work from the inside out. I've got the idea of using larger motors and done some early dyno testing, but I haven't been able to push them to their true limits yet. And I actually found an issue at only 10,000 RPM. Are these motors suitable, or was it the 2 kilogram flywheel that caused this? How to choose or develop a wheel and tyre that can do 250 miles per hour? The answer is to design and make a dedicated tyre durability test rig capable of properly stress testing wheels at extreme RPM right here in my garage. But how? Luke Bell and Kev Talbot have tested out wheels in the past by spinning them up, but without any actual weight on the tyre. Is it a realistic test? Could I use the car itself to add load? Last year I built and ran a full vehicle test rig to explore high-speed drivetrain behaviour and help iron out my CAN network issues, but this didn't pan out well. The vibration generated was so insane that even at 80 miles per hour the rig was moving around all over the floor. Each time I ran it I was risking the whole car. So while ultimately it didn't work, that rig taught me a lot, and it's directly influencing how this new tyre machine is being designed. Next, to get some inspiration, I had a look at what they do in industry. This made me realise I should focus on one motor and one wheel at a time, not the whole car like before. But 260 miles per hour? The flat track machine wouldn't work, the belt wouldn't take the speed. But the roller? The motor dyno flywheel I made before went up to a speed of over 300 miles per hour on its edge. This could work. One wheel at a time, controlled testing, not just the wheel and tyre. I knew that this was the way forwards. The chassis and body design can wait. Can Project 250 really work? Well, it comes down to a question of engineering philosophy. The Beast proved that if you start from a blank sheet, let physics drive the design, focus relentlessly on your weakest areas, you can go much faster than people expect. Testing's limited and each run's expensive, so when Project 250 rolls onto the runway, I want to know, not hope, that it can do 250 miles per hour, which means I better get started. This is just the beginning of Project 250. If you want to see the tyre test rig come to life and spin tyres up to over 250 miles an hour, the new car take shape, and whether 250 miles per hour is actually achievable, then make sure you're subscribed. And don't forget, you can show your support for the channel by going to the merch store. If there's anything else you want to see in there, let me know in the comments, and whether you think Project 250 can be successful. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one. I'll be back very soon.